Now, it feels really good, to be honest, to be back with you guys, right? I just want to let you know before you continue on to this video, if you're looking for true crime in this video, as in stories or anything like that, you're not going to get it in this video, so feel free to move on. There's a couple words I want to say to you guys. This is kind of my opinion about the true crime community. A lot of it's good. Some of it's bad. We're going to kind of have this discussion because, as you guys know, I just took a week off, been dealing with a lot of issues, ribs, had to kind of slow down drinking for a little bit. I was kind of binging. I've been binging for the last couple months, and a lot of you guys didn't know who I was before this, right? Like I built successful channels in other genres outside of the true crime community. And so for a lot of you guys, what you guys have seen the last 2 months is all you know of JB right? And you know, that's cool because I think we've had fun. I think we're going to continue to have fun, but also it led to some fuckery. We'll talk about that a little bit. I'm JB Gunner. This is Crime Time with JB Gunner. Let's roll it.
Bring it back.
What's going on, everybody? As you guys know, I'm JB Gunner, and this is Crime Time. Now, before I do get started with this, I do want to say, truly from the bottom of my heart, thank you to all of you that support this channel. Thank you to everybody in the Gun Squad, whether you use Cash App, Patreon, PayPal, whatever, Venmo. I appreciate every last one of you because I could not do this each and every day as often as I do without you. As controversial as I am, a lot of times my channels get struck down or demonetized or whatever, and you guys make this a reality. You allow me to live my dream, and you have for 16 years. And I want to say thank you so much. I know a lot of you look at this channel and it's only been here a couple months, and you don't know my whole backstory. You don't know my old history. A lot of it's been wiped clean from the internet because, you know, the reality of this is I've been banned a lot for my political commentary, for even just regular commentary, because I speak what's truly on my mind. So a lot of you guys are new here, but thank you to the Gun Squad. And if you too, by the way, want to join the Gun Squad, support my channel, support what I do here, you can feel free to hit the links down below. And if you're not of the snowflake variety, you can take a look down there as well and find my news and politics channel, my other live stream channel, which gets kind of rowdy at times. I'll say that. In fact, we'll talk about that here in a little bit in just a second. My wrestling channel, my fucking gaming channel. You know how it goes. Like I said, in this video, we're not going to do a whole lot other than talk about the true crime community and my experiences in the last couple of months in this community. I want to say that the true crime community is both cool and crazy at the same time, which is really cool to me, right? Because I consider myself kind of both, right? I'm laid back, I'm cool, but I can also be crazy, right? I've met a lot of fucking fantastic people in this community. Some of you guys have transitioned over to my other community, which is awesome as we were starting to rebuild that. And I think that's cool. A lot of the people that do the crossover stuff, you get to see all sides of me, right? Now, for the people that's only here for the true crime, I would not recommend my other content to you, because if you're only here for the true crime, you're going to get just the true crime and some of my content, some rants over here. And maybe this is probably a better place for you, right? Over there, you're going to get my political side. You're going to get, you know, my more wilder side. And I know you guys think it probably can't get any wilder than this, but hey, you know, shit. A lot of you guys are fucking awesome people. A lot of good people, a lot of new good friends came from this community. You know, a lot of you guys have become part of the Gun Squad, support the channel, and all of my work, and I love that. So many of you. I do want to give a special shout out to Amy. When I had an issue this past week, and my door got kicked in by the police, with glass shattered. She was one of the first people to come in and say, here's XYZ, fix your door, right? I want to thank her very much for that. I love you, baby. I hope you're doing good. Love you. Thank you for all of your support, but not just you, everybody else as well, including the original Gun Squad, all right? A lot of crazy shit going on in here too, and this is going to lead me to what happened recently. Now, I've went a lot of years on this platform, and very rarely do I get swatted. Very rarely do I get doxxed. Very rarely do I get any of that. And for you guys that don't know what a swatting is, it's basically the same thing as a welfare check. What they do is they send the police to your house. They'll call. Swatting's a little different. A swatting they'll call and act like the call is typically coming from your residence, or they'll say a crime is happening. But either way, the effects are the same. The police come to your house. If you don't answer the door, they will kick in your door. They will break your door. They will come in. So I'll tell you like this. The other day I woke up with guns in my face, and I had finished a stream, a drunk stream. It was a wild stream. You know what I'm saying? And somebody, and only a few people knew my address, called and sent the police here on a welfare check. Now, for you guys that don't understand, that could be just as deadly as a swatting, because I was already asleep. I was already in my bed, and I wake up with the police standing over me. Thank God I had my dog put up, because my dog is a big boxer. He's a puppy. Imagine if my dog had been running around and jumping up on the police. They would have shot my dog. Imagine if I would have been still kind of awake but drunk and pulled a weapon or something. The police would have shot me. So it's the exact same, it is the exact same potential risk or threat, whether it's a welfare call or a swatting call. Now, a lot of you guys, when you hear the word swatting call, you think SWAT team. That's not always the case, right? A lot of times they send local police, things like that. Whether it's a crime or a welfare check, they have the same techniques almost, right? So I was asleep. I had left the stream. We had streamed for a long time that day, especially, when I start drinking early in the day, it could be all day shit. So anyway, this occurred, and my glass was broken. What they did is they broke my glass, and I also have barricades on my doors. So they had to get that off of there too. Broke the hinges to my door, shit like that, right? So glass broken, hinges left, they came in. And so essentially it was the same thing. And I was left with the cost. Thank my boy Upgrade. Thank, obviously, like I said, Amy, because I had people come out and help me with this situation. Now, remember, I already had a broken fucking rib. So thank God that I was so fucking knocked out that I didn't have time to react crazy and stupid, or I would have got myself shot. It just kind of is what it is. And so there was kind of a double effect to this, right? Like, number one, I realized I had trusted too many people, particularly from this community, to be perfectly honest. I got to flirting with all you fucking broads and I made some mistakes, some rookie mistakes that as a 16-year-old veteran in this game, I should have never made. You know what I'm saying? And I believe I've gotten rid of the people I believe was guilty of this. And here's the reality. This could have been easily fixed or solved by the person admitting that they'd done it and saying, hey, I'm sorry they kicked your door in. I'm sorry they broke your shit. Here's money to pay for it. But that's not the way it happened. Whoever did it was a coward. Whoever did it denied that they did it. They did not admit it. Whoever did it, just to be perfectly honest, when I came back, and I came back pretty angry, and I said some things I did not necessarily mean to a lot of people, and that's what made me realize I needed to probably quit drinking a little bit, because A, that wouldn't have happened if I would have heard them knocking. Number two is that I said a lot of mean things to people that I care about, and that's a lot of you guys watching this video right now. But I was angry. My fucking house was destroyed. You can understand the way this pretty much is, right? So I will say this to the person that did it. You're a coward. It's that simple. When I had a problem with everything, you could have easily have been like, because obviously if you had my address, you had my number. You could have easily texted me and said, hey, baby, it was me. But you didn't. Now, a lot of the reasons for this is because a lot of you chicks I began to talk to in my private life, my personal life, and I'm not going to sit here and lie. Some got jealous of others, and it just is what it is. And it's my own fault. It was my own thing. It's just the reality of the situation. Scorned women do scorned women shit. And that's exactly what happened. And you can't convince me otherwise, because only women had my address other than Upgrade, who was the motherfucker that came to help. You see what I'm saying? So there's no question about it. I already know for that. Now, they will probably tell you, no, I was doing it for your well-being. That just makes you stupid. Because at no point in time is sending the cops to someone's house unless unless there's a crime going on, is that a good idea, right? Let me just make that shit clear, especially to someone drinking's house. But the truth of this is, they didn't even do it while I was live or anything. They did it when I was already in bed, had already turned off my lights and went back to bed. They did it purposely to harm me, or because I wasn't answering their calls or text or whatever the fuck. I don't know, and I don't care. People keep asking me, did you find out who did it? No, I'm not even investigating it. I don't care. Well, you can file a Freedom of Information Act. Look, I ain't one of you fucking investigative nerds. I ain't got time for that shit. I got my dick to get sucked. I got shit to do. I got videos to make. I got video games to play. Like, I don't give a fuck about all that. I don't give a fuck who did it. To be perfectly honest, I just know not to trust so many people at once. But I will say this, that action caused me to rethink the way I'm doing things. And so what is the end result? Well, I'm not doing any more nighttime streaming, and I'm not doing, that way I could clearly see out my window and know when people's coming, and I'm not doing any more drinking streams. I've taken this week to sober up. I've taken this week to reanalyze everything. Now, I haven't really talked about this on the True Crime channel. Most of this was on the live stream channel, on my community tab, shit like that. But every fucking negative has some good, right? And truth of this is, you'll never understand the good that actually came out of this. And only one person will understand that. So shout out to that person. You know, I'll just leave that there, right? Now, I will say this to that person or to anyone doing things like this. You people need to stop taking YouTube so seriously. This is television, man. I understand that some of you, because you have access to some of us, unlike like celebrities or things like that, I understand you think this is real life. No, my job, this is my job. This is what I do for a living. My job is to entertain you. Your job, if entertained, is to fund my entertaining you. That's just the truth. I don't care about subs. I don't care about views, because none of that makes money. None of that will ever make me money, and it just doesn't matter. So I'm here to it's an exchange. It's an exchange of value. Many of you get that. You pay for it, and then I provide you with what you have paid for. Hopefully, I provide you with equal to or greater than value of what you paid for. That's the way this shit works. For all you people that think I do this for fun or to solve the case, suck my dick. That's not the way this works. I understand that there's these boring people that just want to make friends. They're lames, right? I don't need friends. I don't want to make friends. I don't mind getting my dick sucked once in a while, but I'm not one of those people. I'm not an incel. I'm not one of these people that are, I need friends on the internet. No, man. I live in a beautiful home. I got plenty of shit to do. I can go hiking. I can play my game. I can get my dick sucked. I can watch TV. I can go to amusement parks. My life is great. So I'm not here for any reason other than this is what my job is to do, all right? And I do enjoy meeting and becoming friends with a lot of you, but make no mistake, that's not what I'm here for. This isn't my hangout place. This is my job, all right? I'm going to leave that at that for now. Now, so I do want to say that despite that negative experience, I fully recognize that many of you, and I want to apologize to a dude by the name of J. Will. Because I fired back at him. He didn't believe my door got kicked in. I don't know if he still does, but either way it did. But I fired at him pretty viciously. And he was a supporter of the channel and somebody that I thought was pretty cool. Don't get me wrong, I know why he did it. And that's all that. But I do want to make a public apology to that dude because, it is what it is. I'm man enough to apologize and say, look, I was frustrated and angry. Shout out to him, though. But let me say this to the good people, which is most of you, 98% of you. I want to say thank you. I love you, and I think this community is very, very awesome. Not the creators as much. I think the creators are like any other community, and we'll talk about that a little bit in this video. But to the audience, yeah, there's some goofballs. There's some weirdos. But usually they unsubscribe so quick it doesn't really matter. Now, occasionally you'll get the hate watcher that'll comment and say some dumb shit. You just put them in their place, and maybe they'll come back and still do it. But for me, in general, 98% of my interactions with you guys have been fucking awesome, even when we disagree, right? Even when we disagree. So I love you guys, and I thank you for all your cool. But there is crazy in this community, as I previously said. In this community, I think there's 3 types of people, right? Particularly content creators. Where you have the detective types, the people that want to solve the case, right? And I would put people in that category when we're talking about that category. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. When we're discussing the detective types, the investigator types, clearly we were talking about people like Gray Hughes. We're talking about JLR, people like that. Now, not all of them actually, truly investigate, but it is what it is. Those are the type of people that we're talking about in this community. We're going to obviously talk about the channel that I respect the absolute most, love her to death, my YouTube crush, Grizzly True Crime, love her to death. Haven't talked to you in a while because I've been down and I disconnected. Love Grizzly. No doubt about that. Here's the thing though. So you have the investigative types, and then you have what I consider the drama channels. People like He Was in the Air, and I like them too, a little bit. See, the thing about drama channels is every genre on YouTube has them. It doesn't matter what genre we're in. Whether it's true crime, whether it's fucking the gaming community, it doesn't matter. Whether it's the unboxing community, I don't give a shit. The mukbang community. There's going to always be drama channels and people that cover it. And to be perfectly honest, I kind of like the wit of channels like Heels in the Air. Now, I used to be a drama YouTuber. Many of you guys know I used to bust on YouTubers all the time. I called them burials, right? And it used to be my bread and butter. It's how I made a living for several years. But I don't do that as much anymore because I believe my talent, my content is king, you know what I mean? So I don't do that as much anymore. But so when I say what I'm saying about drama channels, it's not necessarily negative because there are some that I really fucking enjoy. It doesn't mean I agree with them on everything, but I think, some of them are just funny shit. And then, like I said, even with the investigators, right? You got Gray Hughes. We talked about him before. Kind of a bootlicker, right? Everything with Gray Hughes is the official narrative. And the reason for that is because he's never wrong. Let me explain this. If you don't speculate, if you don't go out on a limb, and you only go off what the authorities tell you, then you're never going to be wrong for the most part, right? So that's the way I kind of look at Gray, is he does his little 3D models, and that's cool. But in general, he's probably one of the most straight arrow of the bunch. I don't know if I would use the word investigates when we're talking about some guy that basically just regurgitates the official narrative, like whatever the police say, whatever. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm pro-police, so I understand all of that, but I'm just using that as an example. You're not really an investigator if you only go off the official narrative, right? To me, an investigator is someone that's kind of a conspiracy theorist, someone that thinks outside the box, right? And wants to dig in deeper. So you get those types. You get the drama channels, like I said, with Heels in the Air. And there's plenty of others, but Heels in the Air is the only one I watch. She's good at what she does. I think there's a couple others, like QT. I think there's a couple of them, right? But, so I like some of them. I only like the women that do it, though. Like to the dudes that do the drama channels, I'm like, bro, calm down. The women are hot. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let me watch them. That's fine. Hot women do drama. It is what it is. You can't really get mad at that. It's just kind of the way it all plays itself out. And then you have the entertainment channels. The entertainment channels are me. People that I'm not here to investigate. I'm not here to be the detective. I'm not here to act like I got some sort of secret fucking insight that you guys ain't got. By the way, my channel, if you want to know the rest, some of my other channels, you can just scroll down or hit this link right here that says channels, and you can see my live stream channel, my news channel, things like that I'm just now rebuilding, right? You get, like I said, the people that do the investigator or claim to do the investigations. Hell, you even got this guy, with his weird shit, with an FBI hat on. So completely fraudulent investigator. He wants to make you believe he's a cop. He wants to make you believe he's an investigator. But that's cool. That's kind of their gimmick. I put myself in the same category as Crime Circus. Crime Circus is clearly an entertainer. He does the whole gimmick, the makeup, all of this. And I think all of these are net positives for the community. I do. When it comes to Crime Circus, the only negative thing I could say about him is that he took down his previous theory videos. Like, I think that is a little disingenuous, to be honest. If you take down all the theory videos that you was wrong on and you only leave up the speculative videos that you was right on, it makes it look like you're always right, right? And maybe that's smart business. Maybe Crime Circus is on to something. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? But I really enjoy his channel because he, like myself, believes in entertaining you. I don't know if he's there to necessarily solve the crime or not, but he's an entertainer. And I think and listen, you people that watch me, not only are you here because you like the true crime, but you also want to be entertained. As you clearly see in this video, I'm more tame. This is not as entertaining as my normal videos. But that's what you're here for. You're here to be entertained. You're tired of the normal, boring type of YouTubers. I get that. That's what you're here for. So we got the entertainers, the drama channels, and we have ultimately the detective channels. I want to make this clear to all the detective channels. You're not a fucking investigator. You're not a detective, but it's fun watching you cosplay as one. It's fun watching you cosplay as one. We're going to get to the bottom of this case. Right. Now me, like I said this a million times, I'm just a guy playing Clue. I think I get into horror movies. I get into crime, true crime. And to me, it's all entertainment. I get it. Everybody wants to act like they're on a moral high horse, and we're going to get to the bottom of this and make the world a safer place. Come on, man. Come on. But that's really what they think. And so they put on the little FBI hats. They fire up another lawsuit to make someone else's life a living hell. They come up with a little gimmick, like standing in front of a dollar store with a buck. The buck stops here, buddy. Does it? And then you got other people who I also respect and like Harsh Reality. He's a good dude, good fucking quality content creator. And this is just kind of some of the content creators I watch. But he goes into this weird, sometimes he goes into this mental health thing. And he's like, look, man, people in different countries, they're just different types of people, right? Like he just did the video. Basically, he did the video the other day about Tyree Nichols. And he said that, I just want to make this clear. So you know what kind of his direction his brain is pointing in? He said this event that had 5 black people kill 1 black person, he said was a racist attack. And then the push on mental health, talks about bullying all the time. So you know he's a Hillary guy, right? You know he's a Biden guy. You know a Trudeau guy. You get what I'm saying. But awesome content. I could put all that aside. But everybody's got their gimmick. Everybody's got what it is they do, whether it's the detective, the drama, or the entertainment. You know what you're going to get from me, right? You know what you're going to get from me. I'm going to do honest researching, and I'm just going to present what I see and find. And it is what it is. I'm just here to have a conversation with you. That's it. So whether it's the content creators or the commenters, I just want to say thank you for letting me into your community. I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. I've laughed at some of you. Some of you have laughed at me. I do think it's awesome, and it feels good to be back. That's the truth. I love you guys very much so. And I'm going to hope to continue putting forward pretty solid content. I hope to continue laughing at some and making enemies and all of this. But in general, I think one of the issues that we have here is if we go back to the investigative thing, you get a lot more doxing in this community. You do. Because everybody thinks they got to get to the bottom of your entire life. I want to know everything about JB Gunner. Do you? Yeah, I don't think you do. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you do. Just saying. And then what? What are you going to do with that? Well, JB, tell us why you did this. I ain't got to tell you shit, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Tell us about 1987 and why you did this and that. Suck my dick. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to tell you shit. Well, I'm going to tell your audience. Fuck them too. I ain't got to tell them shit. You can't expose me. I'm unexposable because I don't give a fuck what you think. That's the truth. And yes, it's coffee. It's coffee, Kels. Just letting you know. Oops, said her name. Anyways. It's been awesome. You guys have all been awesome. It's going to continue to be awesome. It feels good to be back. I'm going to start covering these trials as they come up. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me, are you going to cover the Alex Murdaugh trial? No, I'm not. It's one case I did not follow. Look, man, I didn't follow it enough. And there's a lot of trials that's coming that I will follow, like Leilani Simon, like obviously some of the things we've recently been covering. I'll cover a lot of this, plus any news stories that pops up. We've been going really hard with the Idaho 4. It is time for me to look for some other stories, and I will. We're going to do that as soon as tomorrow, actually. So today, as you're watching this. But yeah, the reality of that, I'm not going to cover the Murdaugh trial. I'll let other people do that. Everybody's doing it. And I know everybody was doing Idaho 4, but I was doing it better. It is what it is. I can't do Alex Murdaugh better. I just can't. All right, guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. If you guys would, like, share, subscribe. If you guys like what I do here and you find it valuable, hit the links down below. Support the channel. Most importantly, leave comments. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with my assessment? This was just an open and honest conversation with you about where I've been, healing my rib, kind of had to fix my fucking house, my door, all that shit. But I want to let you know that none of that shit gets me down, bro. I'm going to be here with you. I'm not stopping. I needed a little bit to regroup. You see what I'm saying? Because there was rage, there was anger. And I had to chill out. I had to get my shit together and think to myself, do I want to let this rage and anger consume me? And the answer is no. I ain't running from it either, though, motherfuckers. I'm not running from it either. Y'all know me. I ain't never running. I ain't never scared. Just telling y'all like it is. I had to take a breather, had to chill out. It's been a while since I took a vacation. Ribs were hurt anyway, so I let them heal. I love you guys very much, and I will see you tomorrow, as I will bring probably 2-3 more videos to you guys tomorrow. I've been putting in videos, hella videos on my other sites. Hopefully you guys are enjoying them. I love you guys. I will see you soon. Y'all have a good one. I'm JB Gunner. Nice talking to y'all. Peace out.